Order number 7, statements.
Honorable members, we have responses, and we start the response of Agriculture, Livestock, and Fisheries Committee. Honorable Chair for Agriculture.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm Honorable Bashir, Chair Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries Committee. Response to statement. Reference made to your letter reef number MCA ALF 1059 regarding status of both Elwak Slaughterhouse and Ramu Slaughterhouse. Response. Question 1. The department is aware of the condition of Elwak and Ramu Slaughterhouse. Ramu Slaughterhouse piping for water has been done, and there was a breakdown of generator pumping water to the tank. The generator is being worked on, and other plans are underway to connect the slaughterhouse with electricity to enable motor being fixed. Elwak Slaughterhouse. The Elwak Slaughterhouse has a shallow well and an open socket pit. The drainage to the two slaughterhouses have problem with waste disposal. The running of the slaughterhouse is collective effort between the Department of Veterinary Service, Public Health Department, and the town administrator. The Public Health Department is to make sure sanitation and waste disposal is done. They have also been doing the meat inspection in Elwak Slaughterhouse. They have not ensured that the disposal of waste is done in the right way at the right time. The waste is to be collected by town administrator, and thus the circular being addressed to the same through data REEF MDR PH PHSAN Vol 2.
For the honorable members, please, if you are not sitting at the designated seats, you go to committee room 1, please. Honorable Al-Nur, please, you go to committee room 1.
Of 2020. Question number 2. The department is aware of the status of the two slaughterhouses as a main revenue streams in the sub-county. This is made possible by collaboration between the committee, the county treasury, through the officers posted to collect revenue, and the department. Question 3. The two slaughterhouses have been budgeted for in the year 2020-2021 financial year to cater for the small repair of the same that include drainage, sock pit, and waste disposal. As the slaughterhouses are run by different officers from different departments with different functions, the department is in the process of forming a multidisciplinary coordination committee for better collaboration between the department. This is for better communication and to reduce overlaps and duplication in carrying out the different mandates. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, we go to the next statement. Chairperson of Health Services.
Mr. Speaker,
yes,
we have something to say.
Okay, Honorable. Oh, before we go to the next statement.
Yes.
Fine. It's okay.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I want to thank the chairman for agriculture and livestock who having brought the response to the statement that we generated. But Mr. Speaker, I have the following observation, because one of the slaughterhouse that has been mentioned and responded to is from my ward, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, yes, The Rambo Slaughterhouse is in deplorable condition, as alleged by the chair. And some of the key things that is affecting that slaughterhouse is, one, the camel slab. That was a slaughterhouse that was built many years ago, Mr. Speaker, and it had a small space for camels to be slaughtered there. And one of the predicaments of the butchermen in my area is that it has no adequate space for the slaughtering of camels. That is one of the biggest problems that we have there. And it has not been mentioned by the chair. Two, when you have the cattle slab, the cattle slab has to be fenced. That has not been mentioned either. Mr. Speaker, sir, the issue that he said about the water, the piping system is correct. The area is piped to the water system. It has an elevated tank, and it has an underground tank. The water normally goes to the underground water tank. Mr. Speaker, sir, the problem we have is the only generator that is working, as he has clearly stated, is not functional for many months now. And the other problem that he said was that the generator pumping water to the tank. It is not actually to the tank that we have the problem. It is from the tank to the slaughterhouse, Mr. Speaker. We have the water in the tank, but we have no generator because it is malfunctional to pump the water from the tank to the slaughterhouse. That is the problem that we have. Is the opposite that the chairman has actually said. The other problem that he has actually mentioned is for us to get rid of this problem of the generator, it has to be connected to the electricity. And we have a pole which is only some few meters from the slaughterhouse, Mr. Speaker. But what is worrying me is question number 3, Mr. Speaker. If I just refer you there, the 2 slaughterhouses have been budgeted for the year 2020, which is okay, 2021. I applaud him for that. But look at what that budget is going to cover, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, he says, the chairman says, the budget is going to cover only the drainage, the soak pit, and the waste disposal. The key problem that the slaughterhouse has not been catered for in the said budget, Mr. Speaker. And the reason why I asked this question was that I want these issues to be captured in the budget that is before this House. And that the chairman said it's going to only cover the drainage, the soak pit. The soak pit is already there for in the case of Ramo. We have no issue with the soak pit. And the waste disposal, we have no problem with it as Ramo Slaughterhouse. I don't know of my counterparts for Elwak North. So I feel, Mr. Speaker, that the issues I raised has not been properly addressed by the chair. And I seek for your indulgence, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Honorable Adam.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I also take this opportunity to thank the chairperson for agriculture for timely response to this statement that is the Ramo and Elo Slaughterhouse that we have problem with. Mr. Speaker, I am the generator of this statement and I accommodated the member for Ramo's Slaughterhouse because of the problem that is the same. The one of Elwak and the one of Ramo has similar problems, Mr. Speaker, and the deplorable condition that the Elwak Slaughterhouse have is the same as the one of Ramo, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, our only prayer is addressed in question 3, Mr. Speaker, if that will come true, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, If that problem of those slaughterhouse can be solved in this year budget, which is 2020 and 2021, which has been laid by my brother, the Right Honorable Minority Leader, before us right now, that that budget will going to solve the problem that is faced by our people in Elwak, and the same case for Ramo, Mr. Speaker, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I will request the indulgence of the budget chair and the budget committee, if this statement will be locked out of the budget, Madam Speaker, I will request this House to make it real and to be placed in this year coming budget, Madam Speaker. Having said that, I rest my case. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Speaker. My only concern about the statement is question number 3. Madam Speaker, I had also a similar problem of slaughterhouse in Takaba, but such response the ministry gave was not honored. And as the response says that they have catered for this new slaughterhouse in 2021, in 2021 budget. We need to confirm this because, Madam Speaker, what we have seen in such response about slaughterhouse are that is a written response, but in action it doesn't reflect on the budget. So I'm just preempting that these two slaughterhouses might not have been captured in the budget. So we wanted just to defer this statement until and when we see that it is reflected in the budget. But what I want to seek for your direction is that if a department has said that these slaughterhouses are captured on the budget, and then it's not captured on the budget, what is the remedy? What course of action is supposed to be done to this officer who will be lying to this house?
Chairman, Chairperson Agriculture.
I think the statement has been well answered. Honorable Kula is asking about the land, which was not one of the questions in the statement. Expansion of land is not there. So we cannot bring it and put it in the response because it's not there. Kula is not asking about, he said the fencing and those things. So it's not there. On the budget, she said these financial cutters for the small repairs, which includes, that means even the electricity bill can be there, which includes, others can be there also. Are you getting? So with me and the committee have found this response is well dead, is up to date. Thank you, Madam.
Honorable Member for Gadut.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I think my case is about question 3, especially on the operations and management of slaughterhouse within the county. That the executive said there is going to be a multidisciplinary team to oversee how things will be operated in terms of the slaughterhouse operations, meaning there are several departments that are in terms of core functions related to the operations of the slaughterhouse. Madam Speaker, most of the slaughterhouse within this county are subject to closure due to public health interests and failure by departments to undertake its mandates to ensure that the safety of public health is taken care of. Madam Speaker, I think it is necessary. For sure, it is only that the 2 slaughterhouses has been measured in this statement, but the reality on the ground is that several slaughterhouses are on the verge of closure, and it is in the interest of service delivery that at least the status of various slaughterhouses within this county need to be assessed. I think I task the chairman of, in fact, I request in your directions relating to this, so that at least that the agricultural committee to carry out site visits to assess and come up with a comprehensive report regarding several slaughterhouses in this county. With that, I say thank you.
Okay, honorable members, the way I see it, the questions are not adequately answered, especially statement number 3. It's not well answered. So I therefore direct the Chair for Agriculture to respond to it 1 week after recess. Next statement by Honorable Gabnan, Chair Health Service.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. My Vice Chair is around, but he requested me to read the response. Submission of response of statement. Following the request of statement by Honorable Ahmed Gabnan Ali MCA Warankara, on the floor of the House from the Chairman of Health Service Committee, reference number that, dated 28 July 2020, in regard to the closure of Warankara Health Center. The County Executive Committee member for Health Service Mandera County Government hereby submitted the ministerial statement in response to the request for a statement as follows. Number 1 is whether the department is aware of Warankara Health Center closure due to lack of health personnel. The department is not aware that Warankara Health Center is closed, but the department is aware. What the department is aware is that terror attack targeting the Safaricom mosque, which is located within the compound of Warankara Health Center.
Okay.
Fear and tension gripped the entire staff. After fearful incidents, the staff requested for 2 weeks of duty, which was granted to allow the staff to get psychological rest of mind. So, Warankara Health Center is fully operational with 3 technical staff and 5 supportive staff. Number 2, what is the immediate plan does the department have to operationalize the facility? The facility is already operationalized, but requires additional staff, which the department is planning to rationalize staff across the county, and therefore deploy staff to facilities and have serious gaps based on service delivery workload of the facility. Due to insecurity situation, the department will endeavor to post local staffs who may be able to bear these recurring challenges. Number 3, why Gari and Warankara Health Center did not get any new postings of the healthcare workers despite staffing challenges. The new posting of staffs following the new current recruitment under UHC was mainly informed by operationalization of new and closed facilities and respectively facility service delivery workload. In Lafay sub-county, the department operationalized 4 previous closed facilities due to lack of staffs. These are Bambo, Cabo, Damasa, and Alango Health Center. Most of these new operational facilities are in hardship areas and hard-to-reach localities, with the nearest referral facility with more than 20 kilometers away. To ensure accessibility to healthcare service provision by all communities in tandem with UHC objective, the department prioritized previously closed and newly completed facilities to be operationalized as first priority, which has since successfully achieved across the county. Other than the 4 facilities that were operationalized using the new posted staff, Gari Dispensary got 2 additional staff, nutrition and dietary officer, and a community health officer. Warankara has already 3 officers, nursing officer, laboratory technologist, and nutrition officer, who have been adequately manning the facility without any challenge. Thank you.
Honorable
thank-
member for Ankara.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Honorable Chair Lady, Madam Chair, Madam Speaker, this answer is, to say the least, the information provided is detailed for nothing. The questions I asked were answered, but not. I requested, the way I requested to be answered. Madam Speaker, if I start the first question I asked, I am the area representative. The day I asked this, I sought this statement 2 days before I was at the ward. And I can even give clips to this assembly, Madam Speaker, if you can allow me, showing the public crying that there is a common flu and a lot of diseases, and their facility is not operational for 1 month. So to state that the Warankara Health Center has never been closed, first of all, is misleading, Madam Speaker. The community health worker or public health officer who is just, county-wide general, who is not even stationed at the facility, cannot be regarded as a staff of the facility if he's not there. Community health worker, supportive staff, how are they available to the community who are to get service from that health center? And again, we know, all these members know, over 150 RCOs and nurses, technologists, lab technologists were employed by the last 4 months. And total number of health staff are over 300. Unfortunately, the CEC Health is not ashamed of himself to state that the levy sub-county got, although I have not sought that information even, four nurses, nurses and RCOs, only four posting for facilities which were closed. And there is no new, he's not answering the reason as to why these health centers, Gari and Warankara, are not getting new staff. I asked why are they not getting, have not benefited. That question has not been answered. He's telling us Levy sub-county got 4. I have not asked that question whether they got nothing or got what. What I know is Gari has been operating for 1 nurse. He took leave for 2 months. There is no any person to replace when he is away. We know of Madeira East where the staff, the health centers like that, who are overcrowded. They have over 8 staffs in this county, Madam Speaker, and another health center is operating with 1 staff. And the CEC is telling us that Levy has got 4 staff. I have not asked even that information. So kindly, I humbly request you, the committee chair, that the information you have been provided, you may have took it as a fact, but I can confirm to you, you have been misinformed, and it's not the reality on the ground. I humbly request you to seek fact-finding mission and witness yourselves. I'm not really satisfied with this answer, and I'm really.
Honorable Kula.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I think I am a member of Health Committee. And we discussed this statement when we were in a committee. And I want to take the honorable members through exactly what the honorable member asked. The honorable member came late, despite having the response to the statement. He came late. Question 1 and 2 passed him, and he only had slightly question number 3. So I want to put him in the right perspective, Madam Speaker. And he said whether the department is aware of Warankara Health Center closure due to lack of health personnel. What did the department say? I will just pick what the department said. The department is not aware that Warankara Health Center is closed, but the department,
Madam Speaker, the member of Ramo should give respect to the person who sought this statement. And, sympathize with the
Order,
people of
honorable
Warankara.
member.
He cannot stand here and tell me that the questions I had asked, I don't know what I am talking about. My friend, he has to
Order.
apologize and withdraw. He
Order.
said that he has come late. I was just watching from the committee room one, and I was following from the beginning, Madam Speaker. Only that the spaces were not available. So he should not, he should withdraw.
Honorable Kula,
Madam Speaker, what I was saying,
Kind-
the honorable,
kindly withdraw if it irritates the
I'm
member.
only saying the honorable member was not in the house when the honorable Hindia was actually giving the response. And it is true, he was not in the house.
Proceed.
That's a fact of the matter.
Proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for defending me. Madam Speaker, what I was saying is that the CC is saying the mosque which was attacked by the Al-Shabaab was in the compound of Warankara Health Center. After that incident, of course, if it were me and you, the mosque is attacked and it is in the health center, I fear for my life, Madam Speaker. And what the CC is saying, the staff feared for their life, and they opted to go for 2 weeks to rest their mind because of that incident that has happened. So now he has also said, so Warankara Health Center is fully operational with 3 technical staff and 5 supportive staff. So that question is well answered. Yes, they are aware. The tension was there, the mosque was attacked. The staff went for 2 weeks off because of psychological trauma. And now he has confirmed, the CC has confirmed that Warankara Health Center is fully operational. If the CEC has lied to this honorable House, Mr. Speaker, and we find that whatever information he has not given us is not true to his words, then we have a bone to pick with him as health committees. But as for now, we take the response as it is on the floor of the House, Madam Speaker. Second question which was raised, what immediate plan does the department have to operationalize the facility? The facility is already operational. And they have said it, even in question number 1. It only requires additional staff, which they have already received in question number 3. For the case of Gary, Madam Speaker, they have already had, what he asked was, why Gary and Warankara Health Center did not go get any new posting of health workers despite the serving challenges. And the CEC, as rightly said, Gary has had 2 more additional staff, which is in response to what he wanted. And the CEC exactly said that. The same happens to Warankara. They have already got their additional staff. So I think the statement he asked are fully answered, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Wario.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I know Honorable Kula belongs to Health Committee, and maybe he has gone through this response before quite a number of us. But honestly, Madam Speaker, if an elected member representing that ward has a concern and he raised it, I think he has a very good point to have said that this is not satisfactory. I also believe this is not satisfactory. I want members for health to allow other members to have a look at this statement instead of defending it, because we will use different lens to read the response. Madam Speaker, I just want to pick on the first question. Whether the department is aware of Warankara Health Center closure due to lack of health personnel. I don't know whether we are understanding it differently or what we are reading is a different thing, to be honest. The department is not aware. Okay. If he said the department is not aware, again he goes ahead and said that the Warankara health facility is closed, but what the department is aware is that following terror attack targeting Safaricom mast, which is located within the compound of Warankara Health Center. If there is a mast that has been attacked, that is in the compound of the health facility, that has made the staff to run away, he is confirming that the thing, you know, how will the health center operate without the staff? How can it operate? First, he has to allege, to accept honestly. This is the mother who has been sworn in by Holy Quran. Madam Speaker, that it is him stating that the facility has been closed for a while. Yes. This is what the member is trying to look for. If the CEC is confirming that because of security they have run away, and the member went to his ward and confirmed that the facility is closed because of the attack, you know, he don't need to deny it. This is the fact. It is not the wish of the CEC for the mast to be attacked. It is not the wish of the CEC for the mast to be located in the health facility compound. I think he has to be clear on the point. And we don't need to gank the mover of this statement on where actually he feels this is right. Madam Speaker, if I go ahead, he is confirming that it is now fully operational. And he knows the personnel ran away from facility because of security. He has not showed it anywhere where he has provided security for staff to come back to the place. He talked about using local staff. Why can't we have the proof? Honorable Kula, just hold on, please. I know you're a member of the committee, but the fact is we are a member of this house. By saying he has deployed staff, a local staff, how can we know that there's a local, which local staff? What kind of category is that? Honestly. We should not actually undermine, you know, the member elected from that ward, a concern that he believes he actually developed it to move it into this house. Madam Speaker, I think question number 2, that due to security situation, the department will endeavor to post local staff. Do you think that's the right solution? Do you think local staffs are armed? What is the CEC insinuating? Do you think only those who are attacked, who are the first staffs who have been relocated? This is actually nonsense. It cannot be moved in this house. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. I think you know, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Bishar.
Madam Speaker, while I can concur about the sentiment of now, I think the issue for us, Madam Speaker, is that members should learn how to address its non-managerial problem through a visit to the CEC. Secondly, if that one is not workable, it's good for an MCA to write a letter through a headed paper. And thirdly, if these options could not work, Madam Speaker, they should seek a statement from the respective ministry.
Is it a point of order?
Okay. Are you on point of order or you are contributing, Honorable Bishar? Are you contributing? It's true I have been silent about you, but are you contributing or you are on point of order?
The question is, that one I can answer you, but when I come from the Speaker is talking to me from the behind door, I think that one I don't allow. If you tell me sit out, sit out. If you tell me don't contribute, I will not contribute.
Continue.
But when fellow members are making noise from behind,
Are you on point of order, Honorable Bishar?
there is not. Well, these are some of the things we need to address.
Order, Honorable Bishar. Are you on point of order or you are contributing now?
I am contributor.
But let him finish. Allow him to finish.
Information, Madam Speaker.
For who?
The honorable member who's on the floor, because he's trying to insinuate that the honorable Kula has no point, valid point. Madam Speaker.
I don't require information, Madam Speaker. I don't require information.
If he doesn't need it, Honorable Bishar, just kindly sit down.
Yes.
Honorable Adar, what is your point of order?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, this is Honorable House. And the Honorable House need to the language which is honorable, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, Honorable Wario used a parliamentary word. He was terming the statement from the department as nonsense, the response of the executive as nonsense. Can he withdraw that statement and continue with his sentiment, Madam Speaker? Thank you.
Honorable Wario, withdraw, substantiate.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. For me, it is the response that is not making sense. If it's not
To
making
you,
sense,
it is
with
not
me,
making sense. Maybe there are so many members who will going to contribute.
you
Say
know,
it
I am contributing on my behalf, Madam Speaker. If
according to
if
you.
at any point I have actually annoyed, be it member for Takaba or member for Elwag North, I withdraw. But I believe this one does not make any sense. Honestly, if we are to accept the reality, Madam Speaker, and we will be judged by our deeds. I think we were elected when my brother, my elder, the member for
Honorable
Takaba.
Lydia.
Speaker, still he has not withdrawn the statement. He said it is useless. Then it is even as the members of Health Committee plus the department which is useless. He should withdraw, then he continues.
Honorable
Thank you.
Wario, substantiate. And use parliamentary words, please.
I have withdrawn if in any way I have actually annoyed any person. There's nothing personal that I have for anyone in this house. But I want the CEC to put a proper measure by bringing back the staffs on the ground as required. And this has to be loud and clear.
Okay.
I don't shy or fear anyone to say
Order,
this.
Honorable member. Okay, Honorable Yakub.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'm Honorable Yakub, member representing the Erkale ward. Madam Speaker, this is a response of its kind. This is the best response that I have ever seen, Madam Speaker. And let me tell you, Madam Speaker, why this is the response of its kind. Madam Speaker, what the executive answer? The response which is brought by the executive is based on the type of question which is asked by the honorable member. If you want a good response from executive, I urge the honorable members to put up a very good question in the first place. You are asking for something in this particular one, and I am sorry. A honorable member who has asked this question don't know what he is asking, and Madam Speaker, I will be explaining. The reason. No, I will explain. I said I will explain. I will explain myself, Madam Speaker.
Honorable.
Yes.
Order, Honorable members, order.
Order. I will explain, Madam, why I say that.
Yes,
Let me substantiate.
What's your point of order? Honorable Yakub, sit down. Yes.
Is the honorable member in order, Madam Speaker, to insinuate that the honorable member elected by the great people of Warankara doesn't know what he is asking, Madam Speaker? Madam Speaker, what is he insinuating? Madam Speaker.
Member, before you notify me, I have already noted, and Honorable Yakub, you need to withdraw.
Can I withdraw or I will substantiate, Madam?
You substantiate.
Thank you very much. That is the word. Madam Speaker, for example, the honorable member representing Warankara ward asked especially for Gary whether there is a staff. He is not even aware that there is a staff, a new staff, which is posted in that particular facility. Madam Speaker.
No, you cannot.
Madam Speaker.
You cannot allow. Madam Speaker.
No, let me.
Madam Speaker, I
substantiate,
have
Madam
not
Speaker,
asked that
and it is
question.
procedural.
Honorable Warankara.
Madam Speaker, is it
Let
in order
me
for you to
substantiate.
allow second time Honorable Yakub to use, the regulatory statements against me, Madam Speaker, that by insinuating that I don't know what I'm asking. My question is very clear when I asked about the staffing issue. I have not asked Gary whether it is staff or not. I just asked in the newly recruitment done recently, why were there no new staff? I asked new, not who are there. So he is the one who is not understanding, and he should sit down, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Yakub, however useless it is, any member can raise a statement and the department is...
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, if a honorable member stand here and he cannot be able to substantiate what he says, then how can we continue with the debate? It is difficult, Madam Speaker. Can't you allow us to substantiate what we said? Understand us, Madam Speaker. Otherwise,
Proceed.
Yes, I will proceed, Madam Speaker. In the response and a question asked by the honorable member, he has asked for a new staff. And the response is that there are 2 new staffs, Madam Speaker. And it is very correct. In this case, what does it mean? It means, in the first place, a honorable member don't know and is not aware that 2 new staff members has been posted to Warankara. So he is the one who is wrong. He is the one who is asking the wrong question, Madam Speaker. And that is the fact of the matter, Madam Speaker. So I'm asking honorable members, the moment you ask questions, the moment you bring statement to this House, first confirm from your word, from the facilities, how many staffs are there, when have they been posted, and are they working or not, Madam Speaker? And that is the fact of the matter. And that is what our honorable member has not confirmed, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, on issue of Warankara, the staffs, Madam Speaker, nobody. The incident of terrorism is prior to a staff being withdrawn from the facility, Madam Speaker. Nobody, not even the President of Kenya, not even you, Madam Speaker, will stay in such facilities, 200 meters, less than 40 feet from the facility, from the staff house, where a terrorist is blown up Safaricom masses. You will stay? Nobody. The life of the staff is important today, Madam Speaker. The service being delivered to the community, Madam Speaker, and that is the fact of the matter. And it is true, Madam Speaker, the terrorists are targeting non-locals, and that is why the CEC for Health said that the locals are posted there, and we are the locals. And Madam Speaker, let's say the fact. Let us not try to avoid issues here. Why are terrorists here? Why are they attacking? They are chasing out non-locals. They are doing economic sabotages, Madam Speaker. So, and I think unless we agree on that, and we are trying to punish the CECs, we are trying to push for non-issues, it will not work, Madam Speaker. This is a statement of its kind, and I stand to support, Madam Speaker. Thank you.
Members, we are now discussing this statement for almost 2 hours, and we have so many business on our order paper. Kindly.
Madam Speaker, I seek your indulgence, Madam Speaker. I have a critical information, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I have a very important information. Madam Speaker, I have worked in Warankara, and I have many friends and close people in that place. As we are seated here, Madam Speaker, I have called the ward administrator for Warankara. Madam Speaker, there is no single staff in that facility. Madam Speaker, the Kenyan Constitution under the economic and social right under Article 43, Madam Speaker, gives the right to every person in this country, including the people of Warankara, the right to attain the highest standard of health care, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, we are representative of the people. Madam Speaker, let us not take this matter as something small. Madam Speaker, this statement is not substantive. Madam Speaker,
Honorable members,
you can call, Madam Speaker, I give you his number. There is no single staff in that facility, Madam Speaker. This statement should be returned, Madam Speaker.
Yes, it's true. It's true. I know what I'm going to say, Honorable Kula. I know what I have an answer for him, Honorable Kula. Order.
It's a lie. Madam, it is a purely a lie.
Order.
It is a lie, Madam Speaker.
Order,
It is purely a lie.
Point of order.
Point of order, Madam Speaker.
Order, honorable members. I will not allow.
Point of
I won't
order.
allow. Can you have...
It's our right, Madam Speaker. Point of order.
Kindly sit down.
It's our right.
Sit down.
Watch up, Anna.
Sit down. Honorable members, I have already shared with you that we have been discussing for this. The statement needs to be discussed for only 1 hour, and we are taking almost 2 hours. Kindly, can anyone who stand have only 2 minutes? 2 minutes is even enough. Yes, Honorable.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Order, please. Thank you, Madam Speaker. Mine is generally the response. The response is adequate, and in fact, it is to the point, and the questions have been clearly answered. But one issue at hand is was the statement raised after the terror attack, or it was raised before the terror attack? For sure, the honorable member must also have, beside the service delivery, he should be concerned not only about the electorates, but also about the staff who have been posted there in terms of their safety and security. It is necessary that at least the honorable member could have used other avenues to ensure that the security of those staffs are taken care of. But one issue, the question has been asked, well, because if you look at the duration when the question was asked and the date of response, I think that was there's 2 weeks time. And within that, already now the facility has been operationalized according to this statement. I think the issue of is regarding. Can you protect, madam?
Honorable Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker,
Can you?
thank you, Madam Speaker.
Order, honorable members.
Madam Speaker, I seek your indulgence, Madam Speaker. I don't know why we are debating a statement. Madam Speaker, the statement was sought by honorable member, and if that response would have been in this house, he would have asked that statement the members who are in this, present in this house. But the members sought the statement from the Department of Health, Madam Speaker. And this response is written by the CEC for Health, Madam Speaker. So why don't we leave to the committee, the chair of the committee, and the member who sought the statement to first get satisfied, Madam Speaker, before we interrupt and abuse each other and talk a lot of, I don't know, Madam Speaker, it has not been our precedence of this House. So give us direction, Madam Speaker. We should not be debating a statement, everybody giving his opinion. This is not opinion, Madam Speaker. We are not looking for opinion of members. The member is asking a question, and he knows why he's asking. When he said the staffs are not there and he has gone to the ward, that is his right, he knows. So another member cannot say that the staffs are there, Madam Speaker. So I want you to give us direction, Madam Speaker, that the statement should be limited, unless maybe you rule, Madam Speaker, unless you give one or two for your consideration. You limit the statements to the member who is asking and the chair for that committee who can respond. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Abbas.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I happen to be a member of Health Committee. We discussed this response. Initially, you said 2 minutes, Madam Speaker. We discussed this response and the committee saw it satisfactory. But Madam Speaker, when an honorable member who is elected from that area raises a concern that those staffs, as alleged by the department, are not there, Madam Speaker, we need to substantiate. And I think the appropriate way is the committee will go back and verify this, Madam Speaker, because we cannot deny the reality. So, Madam Speaker, I indulge you that as committee, we can go back and make inquiry on the staffs present, because staffs present, Madam Speaker, can be rectified. There's registry, there's when staffs come into the facilities, there are those books that they sign, log in and log out, Madam Speaker, which we can verify. So if the other statement is satisfactory, I think it is immaterial that we discuss matters of staffs. We can verify that. We can verify that through the department. Thank you.
Okay, honorable members, I am ruling this one. I am directing the Committee for Health to go back and sit again, ask for response, and respond to this House 1 week after recess. Next.